Seriously. Speaking, what is the matter with guys? Ghosted, on the way, 3:30, it's Kiss.
96.5 Kiss FM.
Stop staring at that red receipt and let the Jeremiah Show find out why you got ghosted.
Emma joins us on the show now. She was ghosted by Blaine, so let's chat with her first. Emma, good afternoon. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Emma, welcome into the show. Tell us all about you and Blaine, dates you've been on, where we stand today, any sneaking suspicions as to why you think you may have been ghosted, and then we'll try to give him a call here.
Okay, well, we went out, we had some dinner, great conversation, we had drinks after, we even had like a kiss after it was all said and done. Yeah, and it was great. Then he invited me up like for a nightcap or something. And I said no. So maybe that was it. I mean, I really can't think of anything else of why he's ghosting me.
Yeah.
Because I thought the date went great.
Well, let's hope that's not why, because you didn't go out for the nightcap, because that's kind of a dirtbag move. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we already had drinks. So
yeah. So it's either not that, or if it is that, you kind of you escaped. But you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's do this. I'm going to give Blaine a call. Stay on the phone with me, but don't say anything right away. Let us talk to him first, and then at some point, we'll bring you back into the conversation, see if we can get you guys back together, okay?
Sounds good.
Emma, good luck.
Hello?
Hi, looking for Blaine. Is Blaine available?
This is he.
Hey, Blaine, it's the Jeremiah Show, 96.5 Kiss FM. How are you, sir?
Doing good.
Good.
What's up?
Hey, giving you a call about a girl you may or may not have went on a date on. Emma, do you know an Emma, and did you ghost an Emma?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so good. She wasn't lying. That's good. We're kind of wondering why. What happened?
So, I mean, like, everything went well.
Uh-huh.
Like, she was cool. We had a good time. Unfortunately, I was talking to a buddy about it, and I showed him some pictures of Emma, and my buddy pointed out something that I was not able to unsee. It's one of those things where, once you see it, you can't unsee it, and trust me, I've been trying to not see it, but it's kind of too apparent.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. Will you hang on 1 second? I'm going to play a couple songs and come back, and you can tell us what you can't unsee.
Sure.
Let's go Doechii now, then after Taylor Swift, more Ghosted on the Jeremiah Show. It's Kiss FM.
What it is, oh, what's up?
It's the Jeremiah Show on 96.5 Kiss FM. You're ghosted. We've got Blaine. He's still on the phone with us. Now, Blaine, you told us you saw something that your buddy pointed out that you now can't unsee. What are you talking about?
So my buddy did tell me that she looks exactly like me. Like, put a wig on me and I look just like her.
Oh, interesting. Well, that means I guess you're not a narcissist.
I'd like to think so.
Wow. Okay. That one's interesting. Allow me to bring Emma back into the conversation. I kind of forgot to mention she was there when I first talked to you. So, Emma, apparently you guys kind of look like each other?
What are you talking about?
I mean, we got the chin and, same color eyes and, our nose and stuff. Like, it's kind of weird.
You gotta be exaggerating. Like, I don't see it. That's insane. Like, you really ghosted me because we look alike? Like, you're kidding me. Like, we don't even look alike.
Okay, well, hey, check your phone. I'll send you something.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Did you take a picture of yourself with a wig on?
So it's like a filter, but yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Oh God. Okay. Oh, you know what? Just forget that I called.
His opinion about Pittsburgh is known.
Don't bring any of that dirty Pittsburgh.
96.5 Kiss FM.
Stop staring at that red receipt and let the Jeremiah Show find out why you got ghosted.
Let's get into a Ghosted on the Jeremiah Show. You've been left on red. Why is the question? We're here to find out the answers to those questions. Let's talk to Cora first. She's in Westlake. Cora, good afternoon. Hey, girl.
Hey.
So, Cora, tell us all about you and young Pete here. How you guys met. Get us caught up to today so we kind of got the full backstory on you guys.
Sure. Well, we met online, classic tale.
Obviously.
Obviously in this day and age. And, we really got along. We were, kind of just opening up about being in the past and how things hadn't worked out. And we kind of both had some tumultuous dating past. I mean, who doesn't really? And, you know, we just hit it off. The conversation flowed. There was chemistry. Like, it just seems good. Like, you know, you on our first date, you're like, oh, wow, this is actually, like, you're surprised because you don't expect it to be going well. And it's going really well. So when I didn't hear from him, I was really surprised and hurt because you just don't have connections like that a lot, you know,
So how I guess how detailed did you guys get in your pasts? Like, do you and I'm asking this with the immediate question of, do you think maybe there was some oversharing on your part that could have been like a red flag to him?
I mean, I don't think so because we were both talking about, like, you know, things that had happened in the past.
Yeah.
And we both had you know, drama, as everyone does. And there's nothing that I think I said that was like, oh my gosh, it's like,
Okay.
Stop. Like,
I'm just out here trying to be the objective source and kind of pick it apart a little bit.
No,
but
I appreciate that.
What we'll do is we'll give Pete a call. Stay on the phone for me. Don't say anything right away. He'll be a little more honest if he doesn't know you're there. And then at some point, we'll bring you back into the conversation. See if we can get you guys fixed back up, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Corey, I wish you all the luck in the world. Here we go.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, looking for Pete. Is this Pete?
Yeah, this is Pete.
Pete, hey, it's the Jeremiah Show, 96.5 KISS FM. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm here to talk to you about your car's warranty. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. I'm not at all. Pete, I'm actually calling on behalf of a girl named Cora. Cora says you guys went out, but then you ghosted her after the date, and we want to know, we kind of want to know why.
Oh, yeah. Look, I'm good on the Hot Mess Express. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I don't know what you're saying, but I'll tell you what. I've got to play a couple songs. Can you tell us what you mean by that when we come back?
Sure.
Okay, more Ghosted after this. Hang on. It's the Jeremiah Show on 96.5 KISS FM. You're ghosted today. We've got Cora and Pete. Pete ghosted Cora. You called her a Hot Mess Express. That's pretty bold term there, Pete. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, I mean, the reason I ghosted her is mainly because she's been divorced, you know. And look, I'm not trying to be with somebody who could just, you know, like peace out any moment during our relationship, you know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm just, yeah, you know, I mean, somebody's got to feel like they're in it, you know.
Okay. Well, Cora forgot to mention that when we talked to her first, but actually she's been on the phone the whole time. So I might as well bring her back in now and ask her about being divorced. Cora, welcome back into the show.
Thank you. Hey, Pete.
Hey.
I don't get a hair. That's cool.
So, Cora, it's because you were divorced. That's why he doesn't want to be with you.
Okay. I mean, yes, I got married when I was really young, and he was my high school sweetheart, and I mean, it was a mistake. It was not right, and we didn't want to just keep going with it when we obviously didn't make a great choice. So I got divorced, and I can't believe that is why he won't go out with me again. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like you're just really flighty. I mean, you jump into a marriage, you know, and then you jump right out of it. I mean, that's a red flag for me, you know.
Oh, first of all, you're saying I jumped in and I jumped out. We were young. He was going into the military. We decided to get married, and then he got back, and we just realized that we had made a mistake. And I mean, I'm sorry if you've never made a mistake in your life, but the fact that I've been divorced is you're just going to throw out the great date that we had. That's too bad.
Wait, you only got married because he was in the military? Are you kidding me? That's even worse. I mean, that just tells me how you just kind of like going to do things, whatever, you know, without really thinking about it. Nah, man, I'm not into that. That's just a hot mess.
Really? So because I made a mistake when I was young, I should have that held against me in all future relationships. I'm sorry if you're perfect and you've never made any mistakes or bad judgments. But look, I learned from it, and it's not like I've been divorced like 10 times. It was one mistake I made, and I could have stayed in an unhappy marriage, but I didn't want to. I wanted more, and I just can't believe you're so quick to judge.
I mean, to defend Cora a little bit, yeah, there are a lot of people who, yeah, sure, they're serial divorcees, but there are people out there who do just marry the wrong person. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're looking for a quick out every time they're going to get divorced that much. So, I mean, maybe I'm a big proponent of, like, not getting divorced because that's the family I came from and whatnot. So I'm extra stubborn about it. So I see where you're kind of coming from, but there's also like not every divorce leads to more divorces. Does that make sense?
How much you spend on a wedding?
Okay, lots of money, sure.
All right, you get any of that money back when you get divorced?
No, obviously.
How much do you lose in a divorce? How much do you lose in a divorce?
Okay,
Here's the thing.
Go
You're
ahead.
making blanket statements about every situation. Every wedding costs a different amount of money. Every divorce costs a different amount of money. Like, you're just making these sweeping blanket statements that I made these it's not like I murdered anybody. Like, I made a decision that was wrong. I admit that. I'm a big enough person to say I made a mistake and I'm growing from it and I'm moving forward and I'm not staying in an unhappy marriage just because, well, I did it, so I got to stick with it. Like, I'd much rather be with someone like me than someone like you that's like, well, if I did it, I got to stick with it. That's sad. I'm sad for you.
Yeah, well, you made that decision. I'm glad you learned from it, but you're definitely not the girl for me. I'm sorry.
Well, you're not the guy for me, clearly. So
Yeah, I think we've went from Cora wanting to get back and go out again with Pete, but I think you've also. I think we're just gonna all go our separate ways here.
yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
well, Pete, Cora, I appreciate your time.
That's what I was trying to do when I ghosted her.
Okay, well, now we have clarity and we know why, and I think we've all learned something about everyone today.
Yeah.
96.5 Kiss FM.
Kiss FM.
Stop staring at that red receipt and let the Jeremiah Show find out why you got ghosted.
All right, let's talk to Ian. He was ghosted by Grace. So Ian joins us on the show now. Welcome in, Ian. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm calling in because I got ghosted and I need a little bit of help.
All right, well, let's see if we can aid you in that endeavor. First, before we try to give her a call, well, I want to hear your side of the story. I want to hear how you guys met, dates you've been on, sneaking suspicions you may have as to why you might be ghosted, and just kind of get us caught up on you guys.
So I met Grace on a dating app, and we had some great conversations on text. We met up in person. I took her to Mabel's, if you're familiar with that place. And it's kind of loud in there, so I might not have picked the best first date spot. And I think that might be a problem was, like, we weren't really able to communicate well there.
Well, and then also, there's possibility of meat sweats, too.
Yeah, that also can happen.
All right, well, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me do this. Let me play a couple songs, and we will come back and find out if you did pick a crappy first date spot, if it was something else.
Okay.
All right, we'll go Olivia now, then after Rihanna, more Ghosted on the Jeremiah Show. It's Kiss FM. It's the Jeremiah Show on 96.5 Kiss FM. You're ghosted today. Ian may have given Grace the meat sweats. He took her to Mabel's. He's thinking maybe this was a bad date option. It is kind of loud there. It's got the high ceilings, not great acoustics. You got the cafeteria style, family style table. I get it. So you gave us her number. We're going to give Grace a call, Ian, and see if that's it or if she'll tell us why she actually ghosted you, okay?
Sure.
All right, do me a favor. Stay on the phone. Don't say anything right away. Let us talk to her first, and then at some point you can jump back in the conversation here, okay?
Sounds good.
Good luck, dude.
Hello?
Hi, is Grace available?
Yes, this is she.
Grace, it's the Jeremiah Show, 96.5 Kiss FM. Hey, girl!
Oh,
Hi. Hi, Grace. Let me exactly tell you why I'm calling you. I'm calling you because we spoke to a guy named Ian, and he says that you ghosted him. So, we want to know, A, do you know an Ian? Was he telling us a true story? And then B, why did you ghost him?
oh my gosh. Wow. Sorry, this is like such a surprise. I went on one date with Ian and didn't feel like I really hit it off with him, and that was kind of it. I just wasn't. He just seemed very different than the person I had been talking to before.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Well, we had been texting back and forth. We met online, and we had been texting back and forth, before the date. And I thought that he was really funny and interesting, and the banter, was really great. And then when we met in person, it was like so different. He felt very dry, not funny, just like no sense of the same kind of like
charismatic, I don't know, like personality, the person that I was talking to on text. And so the vibe was not something that I was interested in.
You were into digital Ian, not human flesh and blood Ian, is basically what it came down to.
Yeah, and that's like a really difficult thing with online dating. And sometimes it's like way more apparent in some people. And with him, I don't know what it was. I mean, he just was very different than what I was expecting. And so I was a little bit turned off by that.
I see that. 100%.
Yeah, I will admit I ghosted him because I felt like, you know what, I would rather just give him the hint that I'm not interested.
Then be like, hey, you're boring.
Yeah, exactly. So instead, I ghosted.
Kind of the nice way. Well, I forgot to mention when you picked up, Ian's actually on the phone. He was on the phone the whole time because we talked to him first because he was reached out to us. And I want to let's let Ian welcome back in. So I mean, what happened, dude? I think is what we're trying to figure out. You were a different person. You were charming over the digital communications, but when you guys, saddled up the Mabels and started gnawing on some brisket, you kind of weren't the same dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I was a bit nervous, and it's a first date, so that might have made it a little bit awkward. But, that was definitely me on the text. I got a little bit of help on, like, some of the phrasing from a friend of mine because, I'm not the best with girls.
Oh, so so, like, your buddy was ghostwriting your text to her?
It's kind of like a hype man, like, somebody helping me, promote myself better.
Okay.
I don't know what to say. I was talking to someone else, basically.
I mean, it was about me, but, my friend, helped me write it.
Yeah, but that's, don't you understand? That's not you, though. That's not you presenting yourself. That's your friend presenting your friend. Don't you think that that's misrepresenting who you actually are? Because I have to be honest with you, you're nothing like the guy I was texting. So I don't think that this is a good tactic for you moving forward. I'm really trying to tell you that to help you in your dating experience moving forward. Just be yourself. Don't be afraid to talk to people as yourself. Just be yourself, because it was worse for me. I created an expectation in my mind of who I was going to be meeting that night. And it was very clear that it was not what I expected. So I'm just trying, you put me on the spot here. I'm just trying to tell you, be yourself. There's nothing wrong with it. Just be yourself. And there's someone out there who will like that. But I'm sorry. I don't think we're a match. Your friend and I might be a match. So I don't know if you have your friend's number.
Oh, come on.
And if they're single.
That's not nice.
I'm just saying, we're not a match. But someone else out there, if he can present himself in his authentic, genuine self, it's not cool to have someone else do your texting for you. It's not going to end in anything good. I'm just going to tell you that.
Well, I can see your perspective, but there's no way you can just give me another chance.
I don't think so. Sorry. No. No.
96.5 Kiss FM.
The Jeremiah Show on 96.5
Kiss FM.
Stop staring at that red receipt and let the Jeremiah Show find out why you got ghosted.
All right, we got Neil ghosted by Ashley. He reached out to us and joined us on the show first. Neil, welcome in. How are you?
I'm doing okay, all things considered.
Yeah, well, let's talk about you and Ashley. Kind of give us the full background on you guys, where you met, how you met, dates you've been on, kind of what led up to the ghosting. So we're all caught up.
For sure, we met on an app, and that can be very hit or miss, but our date was awesome. I thought we really connected, deeper than I have in a long time on the first date for sure. But afterwards, nothing, radio silence.
And nothing. And if you're trying to be subjective about the whole thing, if you are objective, I forget what word it is, but you get my point. If you look back at the date, anything weird happen? I know that's you probably thought about this a million times, especially if you want to go out with her again. But do you remember anything?
I have gone over it a million times, like you said, and no, there's really absolutely nothing. We had a lot of fun together, and I don't know what happened, so I hope everything's okay.
All right, well, let's do our thing. We're going to give Ashley a call. You gave us her number. Do me a favor, stay on the phone. Don't say anything right away. Let us talk to her first, and then at some point we'll bring you back in. All right, dude?
All right, no problem.
Good luck, Neil.
Hello?
Hello, is Ashley available?
Yes, who's speaking?
Ashley, it's the Jeremiah Show, 96.5 Kiss FM. Hey, girl.
Hi.
Hi. I know. I'll get right to it. We're calling about a dude you went out with named Neil. You guys went on a date. He says you've ghosted him, and we're wondering, A, is that true? And B, we really want to know why you ghosted him.
Well, he's not as slick as he thinks he is. I'll say that much.
Some tomfoolery happening?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead with it.
All right. Will you actually hang on one second? I'm going to play a couple songs and then come back, and I want to hear what he did that he thinks is slick that is in fact not.
You got it.
Selena, now then, after 21 Pilots, more Ghosted on the Jeremiah Show. It's Kiss.
Should I do it on the phone? Should I
It's the Jeremiah Show on 96.5 Kiss FM. We've got Ashley on the phone who ghosted Neil. Ashley, you said he's not slick. What did he do that he got caught doing something?
Yeah, and not even by me, by a totally unbiased third party.
What?
Yeah, so we're on our date. Things seem, fine. He seems nice and, whatever. And then he got up and went to the bathroom, and a waitress came over and told me that Neil was there literally the night before with some other girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting, because when we spoke to him before we called you, he didn't mention that. Also, I didn't hang up with him. He's been on the phone the whole time. Neil.
Yeah, I'm here, and I don't really understand what the big deal is. It's my favorite restaurant, and I was open that I'm dating around.
So you just take all the girls to your favorite spot. You don't customize dates. It's just cookie cutter and go to the same place 2 nights in a row with 2 different women.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm dating. We just met. We were going on a date. You on the app. I'm on the app. Obviously, we're looking around. So I don't see why this is so weird. It's a good date spot.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe there's a small chance, but I can't imagine that a waitress would come up to me and let me know that if it wasn't a little bit weird. Like when you and I sat down, we sat on opposite sides of the booth. She said that you two were on the same side of the booth and you were very cuddly and you seemed like an established couple, not a guy who's dating around.
Huh.
I don't understand what that even means.
I think what she's implying is that this is the girlfriend, and this isn't you're basically. And correct me if I'm wrong, Ashley. You think he's trying to make you his side piece, right?
Yeah, I do, because you don't get, apparently, you don't get all cuddly and close on the same side of the booth if this is just some random date that you're taking to a cookie cutter location.
I mean, honestly, I'm pretty shocked that you just are taking what this server said over me. I'm telling you the truth here, that I'm dating around. You make it sound like I'm doing something malicious. Honestly, I think you have some jealousy issues. I'm out.
Oh,
okay. I have jealousy
issues. You've got jealousy issues. I'm good.
Oh, so what,
I don't know.
Okay. So now he doesn't want out. Do you want back in?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
96.5 Kiss FM.